Okay, in this video, I want to do a little test. One, I want to test my big camera's video recording capabilities. So if I'm looking there or there, it won't really matter. It's just I want to try the Nikon D4, which I've had stupidly since it was like brand new when it came out 10 years ago, whenever it was. And if I do get to the Arctic, or something daft like that, then I want a camera that can last a bit longer with a good chunky battery. So I just want to have a bit of a play with the video recording capabilities of it. So kind of just bear with me on that as well. So really in this video, I just want to talk about why I've switched from Smartwool, which I do still use, to Darn Tough. Both use merino wool, and I highly recommend merino wool. I think it's excellent stuff, and I think for hiking and walking and such like, then merino wool, I think, you know, is pretty much an absolute must. I'm kind of curious as to, so the hike, trek, boot sock, over the cast. So the over the cast sock, which is this one here, that is 73% wool, merino wool, and this one is 66% merino wool. I don't know what this one is. So basically then what we'll do is we'll start with, always used, I've always used Smartwool, and it's always been my go-to sock. But I just wanted something that was just a little bit more technical. And I think Darn Tough is a little bit more technical. I think how they build the sock and put it together with different stretchy bits here and there, and you know, just that type of thing. I don't understand all the exact intricacies of it, but I think it's just more technically put together. And I think the way that the bit that comes up your foot or up your leg, the bit that comes up your leg, I just think it holds onto the leg better. I've always found that the Smartwool socks, I wouldn't say they drop very much, but I don't think they stay on your leg as well as Darn Tough. So this pair here of Darn Tough, I need to get this pair actually returned, because they should, I think, replace this one with a brand new sock, because it's wearing out there. And they do a guarantee where if your sock wears out, you send it back and they will replace it. So I do need to get on and do that. Now, if you've seen some of my previous videos, then you will know that I have had a little bit of a problem with cold feet. So I tried this sock here, and this is the Trek. This is the Hike Trek boot sock. This is the boot sock midweight full cushion. So this is the boot sock midweight full cushion, and it's very, very comfortable to wear, very comfortable to wear. But I just found that when it was very, very cold, my feet were still getting cold. So I did approach Darn Tough, and they weren't interested. So I had to approach my friend Dave in the Gorge Outdoors, and he had to order them from Darn Tough. And because he's a shopper, he had to order 3 pairs. So I had to buy 3 pairs of these. So I wore one last time. This is another one brand new that I've got, and I've got another one as well. So I think these socks are going to last me now literally a lifetime. But these are the socks that I wore on my hike last time in Scotland when it was very, very cold. And I think they did really, really well. What I found with this sock is this one here. This is a really, really good fit. This one is roomy, really, really roomy. So you could put a liner sock under this if you really needed to or wanted to. But even though it's roomy, it still fitted really, really well. It was incredibly comfortable. And the long length, it went all the way up almost up to my knee. And that, between a couple of other things that I did with my boots, which I will show you in another video, I'll do another walk in the cold and see how we get on. But if you get cold feet, then I can definitely recommend these over the calf heavyweight boot socks. They were very, very good. I got these. This is a Smartwool boot, thick boot sock, merino. And I use these in the Peak District once or twice. I've used them a couple of times, but they, for some reason, they just dropped down. They just went like that. They didn't stay up. They didn't stay up. So all the benefit that you have of, you know, of the extra length, because they're, oh, hello. Hello. You're going to get up there in a minute? So the minor benefit, I don't want to see your bottom. So the minor benefit that you get of marginally longer, although to be fair, there's really not very much in it. You completely lose over these simply because they just drop down to just above the boot. So that actually was I was really disappointed in that Smartwool sock. So if you're thinking of a Smartwool sock and you think that's going to stay up, I can't guarantee that that's going to stay up. I have to admit I was disappointed in that. This boot sock from Dan Taff, it stayed up the entire time. It's just built so perfectly, you know, and brilliantly. I really cannot recommend them enough. And like I said, they didn't give me these, I had to pay for them. Tight buggers. But you know, if you are, oh, let's see. But if you are looking for, you know, a sock and you get cold feet and you're not sure what to get and you've tried other different options and things like that, if you can get them, because I haven't seen them in the shops. Like I said, I had to get Dave to get them in for me. But if you can get them, then I can definitely recommend these Dan Taff over the calf up to the knee socks. They were very, very good. I can definitely recommend those. Very, very comfortable. Anyway, that's all I really want to say in this video. I'll keep it simple. I'm playing with the camera as much as anything else, and I'll do a video on the boots and how I was able to keep my feet warm. We'll kind of see how we get on with these again in the next trip in Scotland, where hopefully we'll get a bit of snow. Anyway, just thank you very much for watching, and we will see you again soon. Take care. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button to all. Just going to interrupt here. I'm hoping to be recording on my big Nikon over there, which, as I say, hopefully if I go somewhere cold, then I might be tempted to take that. Maybe take the GoPros as well as kind of a backup, but I don't think the batteries will last very well, whereas that's a full-on professional camera. It's very old, it's like 10 years old. So I just want to give it a try and just see how we get on with it, basically. Okay, so basically we just did another test here afterwards, and then I just sat in the chair, moved a bit closer and moved back just to see, you know, what the focus is like. It's clearly not, even the GoPro is better, but then that's modern technology versus, you know, basically it's a Nikon D4. It was made like 10, 12 years ago, something like that. And I have to say the a DSLR, is not really a video camera, but it is a professional camera. It has a really big battery in it, and for the moment I don't really want to be spending money on a new camera, although probably one day I will at some point, no doubt. So I'm just going to have a bit of a play with this camera. It might be a case of maybe just setting it to manual focus, higher aperture manual focus, and just try and let the try and get the focus ish right, and then hope depth of field covers you if it's a wide angle lens as well. That will help. This was set on about 50mm, so you don't really have very much depth of field to play with there either. Anyway, like I said, I just wanted to add that in there. I just did this quick little video on socks, and I thought, well, I'll have a little play too. I can see the colours. It's quite pale looking, so maybe the daylight temperature isn't quite right on it. Like I said, I just thinking if I go somewhere where it's very, very cold, then batteries are going to be critical, and maybe a professional camera like that with a big chunky battery stands a better chance of getting something, whereas if I take the GoPro, I might get something with it, but then the batteries might just die very, very quickly. I just wanted to add that in. So thanks for being guinea pigs as always here. Thanks very much. And if you've listened to this mindless waffle at the end, thanks very much. We'll keep playing and practicing and having fun, and that's what this channel is all about. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much, everyone.